see a forest.
Okay. Tell me about it.
The trees are really, really tall.
Okay.
And brown. And close together.
Okay. What else?
There's no grass on the ground.
Oh, what is there?
It's dirt and dark.
Okay.
There's no sunlight getting through the trees.
Can you see your feet?
Yes.
What do they look like?
I'm wearing boots.
Okay. What kind of boots?
Like steel-toed boots.
Okay. What about your legs? Are you wearing anything on them?
Pants.
Okay. What color are they?
Brown.
Okay. Look at your hands. What do they look like?
Rough.
How many fingers?
10.
Okay. And do you feel you're a male or a female?
Male.
Okay. Are you old or young?
Middle-aged.
Okay. Are you wearing any kind of jewelry or ornamentation on your hands or arms?
No.
Okay. And look around. What else is around you? Do you see anybody?
Just trees.
Okay. Are you carrying anything?
No.
Okay. Do you feel like you're going somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a path or something that you're following?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's move forward just a little bit until you get where you're going. And now you're there. What's going on?
I've reached a village.
Okay. Tell me about that.
There are houses made out of materials in the forest.
Okay.
And there are children playing.
Oh. Okay.
Mm. And there are fires keeping them warm.
Okay. How are the children dressed? Describe what they're wearing.
They're wearing stuff from the forest.
Like grass?
Mm. Their clothes are heavy. I don't know. I don't really see the children anymore.
What do you see?
There's women making food.
Okay. And is this inside or outside these buildings?
Inside.
Okay, so you've gone inside a building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are they making the food on?
There's a table made out of wood.
Okay. And what are they cooking with?
Fire.
All right. Any kind of utensils or pots or pans or anything?
I think there's a pot.
Okay. And how many women are there?
2.
Okay. Do these women seem familiar to you?
Yes.
Who are they?
Wife and wife's sister.
Okay. And this place that you're at, does this feel like home to you?
Yes.
Okay. So you went home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what are you doing now?
Offering to help with dinner.
Okay. And then what happened?
I don't know.
That's okay. So what is it they're cooking?
Vegetables and meat.
Okay. So let's move forward just a little bit to where you're eating this meal at your table that you described. And now you're there. Tell me about that.
We're sitting around the table where the food was prepared.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 of us.
Oh. Who are these people?
2 children joined for supper.
Oh, okay. And whose children are they?
My wives.
Okay. Are they your children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what do they look like?
They're ginger and young, fair-skinned,
Okay.
old enough to eat their own food, though.
Okay. And how are they eating it? Are they just using their hands, or they have something they're eating with?
A wooden fork and spoon.
Oh, okay. All right. And how do you feel in this setting?
Happy.
Okay. All right. So, in relationship to where everyone's sitting at the table, where are you sitting?
At the head of the table.
Okay. And where is your wife sitting?
To my right.
Okay. And her sister?
To my left.
Okay. And the children?
One on each side of them.
Okay. And your children, are they boys or girls?
One boy, one girl.
Okay. And do they seem small or large or?
Young, but not a baby.
Okay. All right.
Probably like 5.
Okay. Anything else about that scene you'd like to describe?
No.
Okay. Let's leave that scene and move forward in this lifetime to a time where you think something important is happening in that life. And now you're there. What's happening?
There's a war.
Okay, tell me about that.
Chaos amongst the trees. Using them as shelter.
Are you part of this war?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you carrying to fight with?
A spear. Or an axe.
Okay. And is there anyone with you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're part of a group of people fighting?
Men.
Okay. And do you know who you're fighting against?
They have more weapons weapons than we do.
Okay. What kind of weapons do they have?
Guns.
Oh, okay. And can you see what they're dressed like?
Not from this point.
Okay. So let's move through this scene just a little bit. What happens?
The men I'm with are getting struck down.
They're being shot?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do?
I try to save them.
And what happens?
I get struck down too.
Okay. Do you feel that you die there?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move backwards just a little bit. Let's move back from that point to a time before you joined this group of men where you're understanding what's happening, and now you're there. What started this war?
They wanted our land.
Do you have a sense of who they are?
Outsiders.
Okay. Do you have a sense of where you are?
Home.
This area that you and your fellows call home, does it have a name?
I don't know.
That's okay. It's all right. So from this point, what happens? You agree to join the men to fight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what happens with your wife and your family?
I'm fighting to protect them.
Okay. Do you have a sense of where they are, where you put them to keep them safe?
Nearby, but not in the village.
Okay.
I think they built coverage under the ground.
Okay. So let's move backwards in that lifetime just a little bit to where you meet your wife before she's your wife, where you're moving through your life and you meet her. And now you're there. Tell me about that.
Or in a creek or a stream.
Okay.
And I'm washing my hands from a hunt. And I see her bathing.
Okay. What happens next?
She sees me and asks me to swim with her.
Okay. And do you?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens?
We splash and play and enjoy the sunlight.
Okay. And moving forward just a little bit, how does the relationship progress?
We fall in love and she moves into my hut or my village house.
Was she part of your village?
Yes.
Okay. Describe her. What does she look like?
Darker skin. Long hair. brown. Thin and strong.
Okay. What color are her eyes?
Brown.
Okay. And when you talk to her, what do you call her?
I can't recall the names.
That's okay. That's all right. So you said that her skin was darker than yours. Is your skin fair?
Light, yeah.
Okay. And can you see your hair? What color is your hair?
Blonde.
Okay. All right. And when you're standing next to other men, are you about as tall as they are? Taller, shorter?
About the same height.
Okay. And the men that you stand around, they have the same color hair as you? Are they blonde too?
No. They're darker hair.
Okay. So this war that came in where you got shot, how long did that occur after you sitting at the table with your family? Was that a long time, a short time?
Long enough for my wife to have another kid.
Okay. So you had 3 children?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So before this war occurs, let's drift and float in this lifetime to another important moment in that life that you consider important in that lifetime. And now you're there. What's happening?
I'm lost in the woods.
Okay.
I feel like I am sick or something.
Okay.
Like I'm not at my full strength. I'm trying to move through the forest, but I collapse.
Okay.
I don't know.
What happens after that?
I hear water running. I muster up some more strength to keep going. And I find the creek or stream where I met my wife.
Okay.
And I'm exhausted. I pass out on the bank of the stream.
Okay.
And it's dark.
Do you have an idea of what's wrong with you?
I think I'm just really exhausted.
Okay.
Fatigue or lack of nutrients.
Okay. So you sleep on the side of the creek here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What happens when you wake up?
I wake up and it's nighttime. And I feel a little better.
Okay.
I drink from the stream, and I scavenge around for something to eat.
Okay. What did you find to eat?
Nuts or berries or something.
Okay. And then what happens?
And then I head back to the village. But it's been attacked.
Okay. So describe what you see.
Some of the huts were burned down, but they're no longer lit or aflame.
Okay.
Everything looks ransacked and destroyed.
Okay. Do you have an idea who did this?
The men with the guns.
Okay. All right.
I search for my family,
Okay.
but I don't find anyone in the village.
All right. So what do you do next?
I start looking around the other parts of the forest that I know my wife and kids might frequent.
Okay.
But I don't find them.
All right. Is there anybody else around?
I find another soldier, like me, or warrior,
Okay.
and he has information about what had happened.
Oh, what does he tell you?
That the men with the guns came and took hostages and destroyed the village.
Okay, so now what do you do?
I ask him where the warriors are at, and he tells me they were out of the village at the time, but he doesn't know where they were.
You mean your warriors?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do?
I go find them.
Okay, and what do you find?
They were hunting quite a ways away from the village.
All right.
And we tell them what happened.
Okay, so what do you decide?
So we're gonna go save them.
Okay.
We prepare for war.
Describe that process. How do you prepare for war?
We create more weapons and practice fighting one another.
All right. And how long do you do this?
Not very long because of how urgent the situation is.
Okay. And do you know where the bad people are, where their camp is?
We track them
Okay.
like we track animals.
Okay. And when you find them, what happens?
We come up with a plan because they have more security,
Okay.
harder to get through with how many men they have and how little we have.
Okay. So you can see their compound?
Yes.
Describe that. What does that look like?
It's by a shore, and they have ships, and they are protected by natural barriers, kind of like cliffs, but not.
Okay.
And they're staying in makeshift tents that they brought with them on their ships.
Okay. Did they make any kind of fence or anything?
Yes.
Okay. And what did they make that fence out of?
Some material that's not from the trees.
Oh. And is that something you are going to have to get through to get to them?
Yes.
Okay. And as you look upon this camp, do you have any idea how many soldiers there are there?
More than what we have.
Okay.
By quite a bit.
Okay. Can you see one of these soldiers as you're looking at this camp?
Yes.
Describe them to me. What are they wearing?
They have clothes and things that go over their heads that look like they're shiny and not from the trees.
Okay. Had you ever seen anything like that before?
No.
Okay. And these guns that they're holding, what do those look like?
Kind of like a spear on the tip, but shorter. And looks heavy.
Okay.
Heavier than a spear.
And on the top, is there any kind of little latchy thing or something on the top of it?
I can't see from this distance.
Okay, that's okay. All right. These shiny things they have on their head, do they have like any feathers or anything sticking out of them?
No.
Okay. Do they have like a ridge in the center or?
Not a lot of their faces exposed.
Okay.
It's pretty well covered.
Okay. And on their chest, are they wearing the same shiny stuff?
Yes, their whole body, the guy at the gate or the entrance of the fence has it practically covering his whole body.
Okay. And you said that you could see their ships. Can you describe what their ship looks like?
Big and metallic too, but with sails still.
Oh. That's interesting.
It's strange.
Yeah, that's interesting. And about how many ships do you see out there?
There's only 3 really close, and more in the distance.
Okay. All right. So, anything else about that scene you'd like to describe?
No.
All right. So let's move forward just a little bit. You've got your plan of attack. You've come up with however you were going to try and liberate your people. And now you're there. What happens?
We try to attack, but it doesn't go well. We don't use stealth the way we should, and we have to retreat.
Okay.
And the family's not saved.
All right. So what happens after that?
It's back to the scene where we're using the trees for cover.
Okay.
And they're coming after us.
Oh, okay. And this is where you get struck down?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you're struck down and you're leaving your body, what's that like? Explain that to me. What do you see?
I just remember dying. I don't think I know what happens after I'm done.
Okay, that's all right. Every life has a lesson and a purpose, and as you look at that life you just described, what were the lessons? What do you think the purpose of that lifetime was?
Protect your family.
Okay.
Don't let outsiders come and take what's yours. Life can be unfair.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.